Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Neptune's Child Tarot. Thank you guys all so much for being here. Welcome to the channel if you're new. I do have channel memberships available for those of you that are wanting access to exclusive members only pick-a-cards. Do make sure that when you're joining channel memberships, if you're wanting access to those videos, that you are joining the second level tier, which for this channel is Starborn. For those of you that are wanting to look at additional content, you can also check out my main tarot channel, Moon Moth Goddess, where I do also have a bunch of other pre-card readings posted for you guys over there as well. I'm also available for private readings. You can find my email down below in the description box. Just send me an email and I will provide you with more information on booking readings as well as other services. So today's pick-a-card reading is one that was subscriber requested. And this one, we're asking Spirit, what message from Spirit, okay, universe, spirit team, ancestors, however, whatever you resonate with, what message from Spirit are you misunderstanding or misinterpreting? And then once we see what it is, we're going to go back in and ask, how are you misunderstanding that message? Okay, but some of you, once we look at what the message is here, you might already kind of have a feeling of how you've been misinterpreting it. So that might just kind of come through on its own for you. We do have 3 options for you guys to choose from today. Pile 1, I'm not sure how to pronounce this crystal's name. Okay, I'm going to try, but I'll put the spelling. I believe it's Trolleite. I'm not sure. It's spelled like Troll, I think IET or something like that. So I'll have the name of it pinned for you guys with the timestamps, but I think it's Trolleite. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Okay, so that is going to be the crystal for pile number 1. It's a blue color. Pile 2, you are going to be ruby zoisite. Pile number 3, you are going to be this green opal. So what message from Spirit are you misunderstanding, misinterpreting? And then, like I said, we're going to look into asking, how are you misinterpreting the message? You know, sometimes we do receive messages from in our dreams, when we're daydreaming, during meditation. We might see signs and synchronicities and, you know, all the ways in which the universe is communicating with us. Sometimes it's through certain animals we keep seeing over and over again in nature. And, you know, we might have a tendency to overthink things, overanalyze them, versus kind of feeling what our intuition is saying about that message. So that, you know, is what we're looking into today. So what message from Spirit are you misunderstanding, misinterpreting? Pause the video if you need a little bit more time to just kind of sit with the crystals and see which one is calling to you the most. Timestamps will be down below for you guys, and I will see you at your individual readings. Hi, Pile 1. So those of you that resonate with this blue Trolleite, if I am pronouncing that correctly, this is going to be a reading. So what message from Spirit are you misunderstanding, misinterpreting? So let's put your tarot cards over here. Okay, so those of you that are wanting to know what oracle tarot I'm using, I always list them in the description box for you guys. So let's see what we've got for you. Pile 1, we have patience, and it says pause before you take action. Trust that divine timing is at work. Be patient and play whilst you wait. So patience. We have leadership. So that would be your action, I think, right there. We have chop wood. This is the pause. We have miracles, and it says expect the wondrous to emerge. And then we have number 41 with unexpected visitors. Okay, let's see what your tarot has. We have the 8 of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, again, another card of action here. The 3 of Swords, the 9 of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and Temperance. Okay, so Temperance is also about patience. Okay. All right, so I feel like the card that you have here, yes, patience. Pause before you take action. Your Knight of Wands would be action here. Leadership. Those would be your action. Pause. The chop wood is literally about going out. These doors are open here in this little card. And there's a little broom, and then looks like a little mop bucket for like cleaning. But this card is more or less talking about when we're kind of feeling maybe a little scattered, needing some time to kind of rest and think about things, kind of, because, cleaning can be something that is very meditative. It helps us to just, it's a task that we're doing, but it allows us to just kind of, get into that kind of like meditative state, kind of like when you're washing dishes, or vacuuming, things like that. It just kind of, your mind is able to just kind of be a little bit more calm, when you're doing those things. So let's see. Trust that divine timing is at work. Be patient and play whilst you wait. Okay. So I'm noticing that you have the 3 of Swords energy here, and this ostrich looks like it's crying. I mean, the 3 of Swords is about pain, heartbreak, discouragement, disappointment, things of that nature. But I almost kind of feel like Spirit's saying, or there's this acknowledgement, I feel. There's an acknowledgement that Spirit has about you maybe stressing out about something, worrying about something, or going through some type of maybe emotional turmoil, or mentally, just kind of bothered by something here. And I feel like the message is like what Spirit is telling you is not to worry. Everything is coming together. Even though you can't see it yet, there is going to be something very unexpected, right? We've got miracles here with expect the wondrous to emerge. And then we have unexpected visitors. And I'm noticing in this card here, the doors are like cracked open and there's a little bunny down here. Rabbits are a symbol of fertility. So this is, something that I feel like is opening up for you here. Temperance, yes, it is about patience, but it's also about transmuting energy, changing forms. So be patient and play whilst you wait. You've got the 8 of Pentacles here, your 9 of Pentacles energy, and the Ace. The Aces are blessings from the universe. They are opportunities. So some of you, this might even be about improving your finances, moving into a place of more financial security, or even giving you the opportunity to take some kind of action here, because the Knight of Wands is a very powerful energy of passion and drive and, you know, wanting to move towards something that we want here, you know, something that maybe even creative. And yeah, so I feel like the message here from Spirit that the universe, you know, Spirit is trying to give to you is not to worry, is to, you know, take some time to calm, ground your energy. You know, that could even be transmuting your energy here, from the worrying and the stressing and the, you know, mental anguish that might be happening here with this energy, and working towards transmuting that into something powerful here, you know, too, so that when that opportunity does, right, come through here, and this could even be with like unexpected people coming in, right, into your life. Perhaps that are even bringing you an opportunity here. Pause before you take action. Trust that divine timing is at work. So yeah, it's like when Spirit is wanting us to just kind of, you know, stop stressing, stop worrying, even though we might not see how things are going to be playing out. It's like Spirit is wanting you to trust that everything is coming together. There is going to be a new opportunity, new things opening up for you. Some of you, I feel like, because we do also have this little, what are they called? The magic lamps, you know, it makes me think about like wishes coming true, things that you're wanting here. So yeah, I feel like that's what the message is more or less for you to have trust that everything's coming together, everything's going to improve. You know, maybe just kind of taking some time to work towards calming your energy, because you're going to also, I feel like, need that rest, recharging, so that you're ready to take action when it is time, right? Because we have divine timing is at work right now. So, you know, and some of you may have been working really hard, you know, with this Eight of Pentacles energy, putting in a lot of effort towards something. Or it can even be the energy that's required after, right? After the fact, while you're being patient as things are kind of aligning for you, or as these opportunities open up for you, you know. The Nine of Pentacles is a card of stability and security, you know, financial independence, financial freedoms. Like I said, some of this might have to do with improving your finances, or even having new, you know, streams of income come in. You know, that might look like loans for some of you, or, you know, creating another stream of revenue, or even a new job coming in that way. So I want to ask Spirit now, how are you misinterpreting this? Let's pull some tarot here. Okay, so how is pile 1 misunderstanding this message? How is pile number 1 misunderstanding this message? We have the Ace of Swords. How is pile number 1 misunderstanding this message? The Nine of Swords. The Hierophant. How is pile number 1 misunderstanding this message? The Lovers. And the Chariot. Seven of Cups. Okay. Seven of Cups is at the bottom. Okay, let me move this down. Well, the first thing I notice here is this Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is overthinking and overanalyzing. It's mental anguish. The Seven of Cups is, you know, could very well be that our mind is, we're feeling very confused, okay? The Seven of Cups can certainly bring in a lot of different things, because the Seven of Cups can talk about options, choices. Okay, what do I want to clarify here? Okay. Well, I feel like these two cards right here would be your issue, I guess, the problem. Because I feel like this Hierophant has to do with your beliefs. And that may be limiting beliefs. We should probably clarify that a little bit. Because the Lovers in this case is going to be a decision, a major decision, a choice. The Chariot is going to be about moving forward with something. So this is saying pause before action. And some of you might be thinking, I need to take action right now. I need to hurry this along. I need to do something. But if you notice in this Nine of Swords card, there's a little feather here, which to me, I'm kind of seeing this as the sign, right? The message from Spirit. And the Nine of Swords is, like I said, when we're overthinking, we're overanalyzing it. The Seven of Cups can talk about analysis paralysis, meaning that when we have so many different ideas, so many different choices and options on our mind, we start overthinking. It may even be surrounding the action as well, like not knowing when to take action or overthinking the action that we need to take. And I feel like that's where this is important here for you to pause before you take action. Let's look at this Nine of Swords. Because I feel like even with this Ace of Swords, the Ace of Swords is clarity. It's a breakthrough. It's an epiphany. And I feel like even when Spirit gives that to you, you start to overthink it. It's like you have it with the Ace of Swords. You have the message. But then we start to pick it apart with the Nine of Swords and the Seven of Cups. Why is the Nine of Swords here? The Moon, okay? See? The Moon energy brings in a lot of confusion, irrational fears, insecurities, fear of the unknown, because we don't know what's going to happen in the future. This is everything that's kind of going on within our own subconscious mind. That's just creating this big ball of confusion here. What else? You know, it's kind of like Spirit's messages here is pause. Everything's coming together. And your mind is like, but do I need to take action? What am I supposed to do? Which choice am I supposed to make? This is a whole bunch of overthinking. You know, so it's like, Spirit's like, calm, calm. It's happening. Stop worrying about it, right? And we're just like, but I need to take some action. I just got this message from Spirit. What does that mean I'm supposed to do? Why is the Nine of Swords here? The Strength card, which is a need for you to overcome your fears. To kind of bring your energy back into calm. It's funny, this message was kind of coming out, I feel like, for pile 1 yesterday with yesterday's reading. Okay, what is going on with the Seven of Cups? You know, the Seven of Cups can also be a card of fantasies, illusions, and sometimes delusion, if we let it go way too far. Why is the Seven of Cups here? The Emperor. The Hangman. And the Queen of Cups. Yeah, so I feel like what's happening here, you know, is that you might be, and I don't want to say that we're not supposed to take action, right? Because with connecting with our intuition is going to guide us when, right? When is the time to take action? Divine timing. And I feel that what's happening here is that you do receive that message from Spirit, and then you start to overthink it. A lot of irrational fears, a lot of, like I said, insecurities and the fear of the unknown and worrying about and stressing about what's going to happen in the future. And I feel like what's happening here is that your mind starts to go in like 27 different directions of what this is. And I feel like a lot of this surrounds getting confused with what your intuition is telling you, right? Versus I feel like with that Emperor energy, the Emperor is all about needing to look at the bigger picture of things and also taking decisive action, you know, getting organized, getting things prepared, let's say, because the Emperor symbolizes stability, structure, foundation. And so the Hangman is a state of surrender. So instead of this feeling of you know, like, oh, I need to hurry up and I need to do something, I need to take action right now, what am I supposed to do? And the energy becoming scattered, I feel like with the Hangman being present, the Hangman is about surrender. It's a state of pause, right? Pause before you act. The Hangman is a need for us to try to not control things, right? The universe is trying to help to bring in, right, maybe these blessings or these opportunities. And we have to trust in divine timing, that everything's coming together at the right time. Here, I feel like you're trying to, like, control it, you know? Trying to push it forward, to make something happen right now when it's not time yet, you know? So the Hangman is a need for us to surrender to divine timing, to take that pause so that we know, because the Emperor is all about strategy as well. Strategy and focus and discipline and organization and kind of getting things in line so that when it is time to take action, you are then prepared. You are then able to see it clearly. Okay? You know, we could be thinking when Spirit gives us the message that something's going to be happening or we need to make some kind of decision, we're feeling like, okay, I need to do it right now. I have to do it right now. But what is it? Which one is it? And, you know, when Spirit, with divine timing at play, it's like when it's time, that message or that opportunity is going to be clear. It's time. It's right there. So this is important for us to trust the intuition, right? Because your intuition is going to tell you it's time. It's time. So the Hangman is a need for us to surrender to it and trust that when it is time, and when we do receive that clarity and your intuition telling to you it's time, that you know, okay, now I take action, you know? Because sometimes when we do receive a message from Spirit, it could be Spirit letting us know, hey, this is going on, or this is what is before you. It may not necessarily mean that it's exactly right in this moment, right here, right now, that we need to do something. It could be Spirit kind of giving us insight into, okay, this is going to be playing out here. You're going to have an important decision to make to help you to move forward in a certain way. Wait until we give you the signal, until we give you the sign and give you the green light so that you know, okay, now I take action. Now I am, so this is, I feel like, more or less about you pausing and knowing when, okay, when to move forward. So a lot of this for you is releasing control, when things might seem like it's okay, nothing's going on right now, and we might get frustrated and saying, oh, how can I get this moving? How can I move this forward? What do I have to do? And it's like Spirit's message to you is, wait a moment. Be patient as things play out. Try not to worry. Try not to stress out. Let's bring the energy into this Strength card, which is about us being calm, grounded, getting those fears under control so that we are able to have the clarity that we need so that we know when and how we need to do in order to move forward. Okay? So let's get a last message for you. Pile 1. Any other advice, guidance for pile number 1? We've got growth and survival. Interesting. Yeah, I feel like with the survival here, that some of you might be, I don't know, it kind of reminds me of like that whole fight or flight kind of energy where, we could be stressing out. We could be just so like a ball of nerves here, so worried. And, I feel like Spirit is kind of giving this information here about you. I'm noticing how this bird here has all this, like, I guess what you call it, like energy, energy coming around the bird here. Looks like it's ready to take flight. Like trying to keep you calm and knowing that, to prepare for and be open, I feel like, to receive this growth, for yourself in the future. And perhaps at this time with the self-interest here, for some of you, that might be the path, that for you to pursue some type of project or passion or something, because the 8 of Pentacles can also talk about hobbies and things of that nature. I do want to look a little bit at this survival card here. The Devil. Yeah. So the Devil energy, this is a lot of fears here. And that could be something that's kind of blocking you from, I'm seeing the 5 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, which could be a lot of conflicting energies that you're dealing with. The Devil is our unhealthy aspect of the shadow, the ego, which can definitely insert a lot of fears, a lot of doubts in our mind, which could make us feel torn of not knowing when, right, to take that leap of faith to that open door. It could be something that's creating a lot of confusion, a lot of even indecisiveness, right? Because even when it is time, you might be overthinking it so much that it even paralyzes you and makes it so that you don't take action and causes stagnancy. Versus you saying, okay, this is the message from Spirit. Now it's time to act. And we end up missing an opportunity because we allowed that underlying fear and insecurity to drown out the voice of your intuition. So instead of being confident and say, okay, yes, I know I've received this message from Spirit that it is time. The time is now. Open the door, open to receive those opportunities. we're so overthinking it so much that we don't take any action at all. Okay, I want to see what this distance is here. But this kind of makes me think about things to come, you know, things in the near future. We got Queen of Swords. Yep. So the Queen of Swords, you know, is also about discernment. We got the Tower energy here, which could certainly be, you know, sudden change and old structures being broken down so that you can build a new one. I mean, you do have the Emperor here, which is about a foundation, a solid foundation. So this could be releasing certain things. Okay. Seven of Wands could certainly be challenges, you know, that we're facing. The Seven of Wands about facing adversity, but it's also about perseverance, not backing down, not giving up, continuing to follow our heart, intuition. Okay. All right, so that is all that I have for you, Pile 1. I do hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, Pile 2. So those of you that resonate with the Ruby Zoisite, this is going to be a reading today. So we're finding out what message from Spirit are you misunderstanding or misinterpreting. So let's take a look at your cards. For those of you that are wanting to know what tarot and oracle decks I'm using for your pile, you can always find that information in the description box. I always list the cards for you guys. What message from Spirit are you misunderstanding, misinterpreting? We have nature, and it says ground yourself. Find a sanctuary in nature. Connect with the elementals. So a message about needing to ground yourself. We have number 30, making a choice. Perhaps it's a need for you to ground yourself so you can make a choice. The choice is going to be, I feel like, in most alignment for you. Look at that. Grounding. Go deep and explore your roots. And then we have number 34 with a leg up. Almost like Spirit is trying to assist you, maybe with making a choice here. So wanting you to get grounded so that you can receive the message clear. And then we have security here. So maybe this revolves around some type of security for you. Maybe, who knows, maybe that's finances, maybe it's a relationship, job. Okay, let's look at tarot here. We have the Empress, the Five of Swords, Judgment, the Queen of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. Okay. So yes, a need for grounding yourself. And you do have the Empress here, which the Empress is, you know, energy of Mother Earth. And you also have the Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles here. So like I said, I feel like some of you, this might have to do with finances. We've got the Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and the Empress, which have to do with prosperity and abundance and security. You have a leg up here, which this, I feel like this is kind of getting help. The universe trying to help you. Also, this little baby bear here, you know, I don't know if this is the mommy bear or the daddy bear, but the little baby is trying to climb on top of its parent, right? And the parent polar bear underneath here is solid, it's stable, right? Secure. So it's almost like Spirit is trying to give you a leg up to try to help you. But there's a need for you to work towards grounding yourself so that you can make some type of choice. Of course, it's going to be different for all of you because this is a general reading. But the Ace of Wands is about divine inspiration. It's about receiving some type of information from Spirit that could be giving us inspiration, a creative spark. It could be something surrounding a passion. And I feel like with the Five of Swords energy here, you know, this could certainly be something that Spirit is acknowledging that is happening to you. while they're trying to give you some information about making some type of important choice for yourself. The Five of Swords, we can feel defeated. We can have a lot of self-sabotaging thoughts, and that trust issues. You might have issues trusting. This person here in this card looks like like this bird is like cawing in its ear, and it's like it has a headache, So yeah, I feel like Spirit is kind of acknowledging that you might be kind of like in that state of mind where maybe a lot of these thoughts that are kind of coming in are just kind of, making you feel ungrounded. So with Judgment here, Judgment can be about a major decision that we're making, a judgment call. It could also be about us answering the call of our soul. So yeah, I feel like this is a very clear message that Spirit is giving to you, that maybe you have a very important decision to make, because the Empress can also talk about expansion, growth, fertility, birthing something new. You have the Ace of Pentacles here, which can certainly be a new beginning, a new opportunity. For some of you, it can be maybe new connections in your life, friendships, relationships, money, career, things of that nature. And this is helping you to create, inspiring you maybe to create something new or birth something in you. And maybe you're thinking, okay, well, what should it be? What is my soul asking me to do? It could be a soul's calling for some of you. And you could be, kind of overthinking it here. And Spirit's trying to tell you, work towards grounding so that you may receive this information clearly. We're trying to help you here, but you have to ground yourself in order to receive that message. So I want to ask Spirit now here, how are you misinterpreting this? Okay, so how is pile 2 misinterpreting or misunderstanding this message from Spirit? How is pile 2 misunderstanding? We've got the Ace of Cups and the Page of Swords. How is pile 2 misinterpreting? The Eight of Wands. How is pile 2 misinterpreting this message? The Hierophant in reverse. The Two of Wands. Let's see. Three of Pentacles. Okay, so I want to clarify this a little bit. I want to look at, I think, this Hierophant in reverse and the Two of Wands. So what is this Two of Wands here? The Lovers. The Star. The Moon. Okay, so your Two of Wands here has to do with planning and making choices. The Lovers is about making a choice, a decision, and it's a choice of the heart. The Star has to do with your destiny. Your destiny here. Maybe like for some of you, your destiny calling you to choose what is in your heart here. But with the Moon energy, the Moon does bring in a lot of fear, a lot of insecurities, a lot of, things that we don't see or don't know, perhaps about the future. So that might even be like if you feel like, okay, yes, I do have a major decision to make for my life, whether it's a relationship situation, job, money, whatever it might be, that when this message comes in from Spirit, again, we got this Five of Swords energy here, which is entering in self-sabotaging thoughts. Spirit acknowledging that, asking you, ground yourself so that we can assist you with being able to make the right choice that is in your highest alignment here, to give you the security that you're really looking for. But the moon energy can bring in, like I said, a lot of irrational fears, a lot of insecurities, a lot of the fear of the unknown, a lot of things that are still hidden from us, because when we choose a certain path or a certain direction, we don't know what is, everything played out in front of us. We have to trust our intuition that when we do make a choice, that we are making the right choice for us. And I have a feeling that with this, you making a choice with what you feel is your destiny, because the star energy is about having trust. It's about having faith that if I do make this choice, that it is going to be best for me. But I feel like what's happening here is there's the insertion of the fear of the unknown. I can't see everything. I don't know everything that's going to happen here if I make this choice. Why is the Hierophant here in reverse? Seven of Pentacles. Page of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. And then the Death card. I have a feeling for some of you, this is tied into old belief systems that Spirit is trying to help you to break free from. And by releasing those, I feel like this is going to be something that helps to shift your energy, where when it is time, to make that decision, that you feel confident in doing so. Why is this Page of Swords here? Oops. Knight of Swords in reverse. We just saw the Queen of Wands. There's the Devil. Yeah. So I feel like this has to do with your beliefs here. One thing that could also be happening that I'm seeing here for some of you is that where I want to say for some of you, your emotions could be something that are getting in the way and manipulating your thoughts or the action that you take. Some of you could be misinterpreting this message in a way that kind of instills more, I would say, more fear-based thinking with the Devil energy. Because the Devil energy can create a lot of illusion. So can the Moon. It can be deceiving. Both of them can be deceiving, So it could be that our own thoughts, in a way, deceive us. And that might even be like creating an illusion. Let's just say that you have, you have a choice between two different directions, two different paths, two different jobs, romantic, maybe holding on to an old connection and opening yourself up to new one, whatever that is. I almost kind of feel that with this energy here, that there's a lot of illusion that might surround the choices, or even a choice in particular. And meaning that one of the choices, it almost kind of reminds me of that saying, like, all that glitters is not gold. One of the choices, because the Devil energy can be, like I said, very Mm. Almost kind of manipulating us onto a certain path, causing a distraction away from what our destiny or path really is. And it's like there could be a lot of illusion surrounding something in particular. And that is something that kind of keeps us blocked or distracted from what our true path really is. So it could be an outside influence that does this to you, meaning a person in your life who's giving their opinions or things of that nature. Or it might even be, again, old belief systems that are limiting. And this is something that then creates this illusion surrounding a certain choice for you. With you having the Queen of Swords here, the Queen of Swords is very discerning. The Page of Swords asks us to get more details, look deeper, look at the information, right? And here in this card here with grounding, and it says dig, what did it say? Dig, go deep, explore your roots. She's got a book open here. So does this page. This is about us getting more information. So which path, if we're trying to choose a path here, this Devil card here, look at the strings here that are attached to this person. And this person down here kind of covering the sides of its ears, like it's like this devil is like a puppet, right? Stringing you along or getting control of your mind. The devil is our ego, the unhealthy aspect of the ego. So it's kind of like this energy, whether, again, this is another person who's saying, come this way, pile two, come over here, choose this path, when it's not even, maybe not the right choice for us. The Queen of Swords is very discerning. This is us being able to see through this illusion, to see a person or a situation or a path for what it really is, to know whether or not it really is in alignment for us. It could be, let's just say, a job offer that seems like it's too good to be true, but it's got all this bright and shiny glitter right around that doorway there. And Spirit is saying for you to, spend this time in nature to ground yourself so that you are able to make the choice that your heart and your intuition are really telling you. Because for some of you, this could be job stuff. This could be something that's really helping you to rebuild a foundation for yourself, to give you more security. So we want to make the choice that is, right? Is going to make us feel most secure, whether it's the job that we're choosing, a financial decision that we're making, a relationship that we're allowing, into our life. We don't want to get fooled by something, right? We don't want to make a mistake and make a choice that may not be the best for us, but we also don't want to be fooled by an outside influence that is saying, hey, come over here, choose this one, pile two, when it's not really the one. So in order for us to think clearly, right, quiet the mind, quiet the ego, or even set boundaries with certain family members or friends or romantic partners that are giving their opinion, that are influencing your thoughts here. This is about you thinking clearly for yourself. And in order to do that, we need to, perhaps for some of you, grounding is something that's going to be very important, because you could be misinterpreting it by, like, let's just say, ooh, what's a good thing here? Okay, so the example that I'm going to give here is that let's just say that you apply at a job, okay? And it's a job that you really wanted. Like, you really wanted to get into that company. It's like your dream job. And you get the offer for employment, okay? And then you start to doubt you being at that company, and you decide, you know what? I'm going to go apply at this other company because maybe I was wrong about choosing to go to this place. Maybe I should go to the other one. Let me apply to that one too. And then you end up getting that offer as well, right? Well, maybe one of those choices was led by the ego and maybe more fear, because maybe with the first company that you've applied for, let's just say that company is like, everybody wants to get into that place. They pay good, they've got good benefits, and you're kind of starting to doubt your own skill set there. You might think, oh my goodness, all these people that work here, they have all these degrees and they have all these experience. I don't think I'm going to do well. So what if I just go and choose that other company over there, right? That would be more or less your fear-based thinking that is telling you, you're not going to be good enough for that company. Try to go get into that one, where it may be staying in the comfort zone for you, right? To give you that security, but it might be a false sense of security. Okay? Versus listening to what the heart and the intuition has been saying about, this is the right choice for me, right? And that could be with anything in your life. Like I said, maybe moving to a new place, a new job that you go to, a new, connection, like let's just say that you're dating somebody, and that person isn't really showing you that they're committing. And then yet you have another person, a new person that you meet, and they're ready to go all in. You like them, but then you still feel like, oh, but this person is still keeping me strung along over here, and they're promising XYZ, and maybe I should just take that one instead, right? So this is where it's important for, regardless of what kind of decision it is that you're making, that your own ego might be creating an illusion, right? Surrounding some type of choice or some type of opportunity. So in order for us to break through that and see through the illusion is for us to really ground ourselves, so that that message and that clarity with the best choice for us that is in our highest alignment requires us to connect inwards, so that we're able to receive that message clear. And then we know with our Queen of Wands energy, this is the right choice. I feel good about it. I feel confident and I feel passionate about it. I feel excited to start that new path. Okay, so let's get some last messages for you. Pile number 2. We have observation. Observation with release, bond, and wrath here. Interesting. Okay. I almost feel like Spirit's advice to you here is to really kind of take some time to think about what, whatever this is for you, about what you can release and let go of. Okay? That maybe isn't in alignment for your highest good. What does this wrath have to do with here? 6 of Cups. The World. And the Page of Cups. I almost feel for some of you, there's some type of influential energy here. And it may even be like the source of this 5 of Swords energy. This page in the 6 of Cups kind of reminds me about something from childhood for some of you. Or even an old situation from your past that you do need to heal. Because I feel like you healing this, whether it's from the past, childhood, closing out this cycle here with the world completion, letting go of maybe some feelings here, some energies that might be deeply seated within your own psyche, your subconscious here. Working towards identifying what they are and releasing them, because, this might even be you observing your own thoughts. Taking time to observe your own thoughts that's happening through the grounding here. Because sometimes our mindset could be influenced by past situations, and sometimes we don't even realize it, how a past experience that we've had is changing the way that we view ourselves. It changes the types of decisions that we make, because there could be certain belief systems that we're holding on to that are affecting us and we don't even realize it. So take some time, right, to observe yourself, your feelings, your emotions, so that you're making sure that you're not allowing past experiences or painful memories and traumas and things like that to affect your clarity and groundedness here to make the best possible decisions you can make for yourself. With the bonding here, I'm seeing this as you connecting with your higher self. This is you spending time with the grounding to connection with spirit, your ancestors, your spirit team, to help you to make the right choice, right? So that you're not allowing the outside influential energies to affect you, or even energies from your past. Okay. All right. So I'm going to leave this here for you, pile 2. I do hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, pile 3. So those of you that resonate with the green opal, this is going to be a reading today. So we are finding out, what message from spirit are you misunderstanding or misinterpreting? So let's see. Get your tarot cards. Okay, for those of you that are wanting to know what tarot and oracle decks I'm using, I always list them in the description box for you guys. So let's see, pile 3. We've got healer, and it says you have powerful healing gifts. Have faith in your abilities. Stay true to your path as a healer. Wow, that is confirmation for some of you. Should be all of you, right? If you chose this pile. Well, okay. So we have number 12, slow and steady. Vast vistas. Expand your horizons. Look how this person is like stepping outside of the box to go down this new path. That makes me feel like getting out of your comfort zone. Breathe, number 29. Love, beautiful. Okay, let's see what your tarot has. Six of Wands. Ace of Cups. Six of Cups. Nine of Wands. The Strength card. And then we have the King of Wands. Okay. So healer, you have powerful healing gifts. Have faith in your abilities. Stay true to your path as a healer. Yeah, here in this little Six of Cups card here, it looks like they're both holding each other here. And the Six of Cups can talk about us really kind of like opening up and sharing, connecting with others, friends, soulmates, kindred spirits, and I feel like the King of Wands energy is about leadership. It's about forging your own path, taking the lead. It's also, I feel like, about you being in your power here. The Strength card is bravery and courage and overcoming fears. It's a very calm energy. Can also be about gentleness and kindness. Yeah, Six of Cups is also healing. The Ace of Cups can talk about healing. And then you have the Nine of Wands energy here, which for some of you, you know, the Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior card of the tarot. And this card speaks a lot about our resilience. You know, so many of you, I feel like that, you know, do resonate as a healer. You know, I almost kind of feel like Spirit's message to you here is that it's time for you to step onto your path, okay? The energy of love is very present here with, you know, the Six of Cups is really being able to connect, like I said, with others, and really a beautiful, harmonious energy. And the Ace of Cups can talk about emotional healing and self-love, love, unconditional love, you know, with others. So, you know, I feel like Spirit's message to you here is almost telling you like it's time for you to step onto your path, okay, with the King of Wands here. And maybe for some of you, it is going to be outside of your comfort zone. It requires you to do some outside the box thinking. But with the breathe energy here, you know, this person looks like they're sitting down meditating. And so I feel like it's also helpful for you to really connect in with self and to really kind of feel the energy of love from within inside of yourself, first and foremost, within yourself. Many of you that chose this pile may have gone through a lot, okay, energetically. And perhaps this has been a lot of work that you put into your own healing and towards reclaiming your power here. We do have the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands is a card of overcoming obstacles, challenges, and, you know, coming to a place of victory and success and an accomplishment for you. You know, and maybe with the slow and steady here, it has been a little bit of a slow and steady process with your healing, with your own healing your, you know, past wounds, maybe even from childhood for some of you. But I almost kind of feel like Spirit's saying for some of you, you might already be at that place now where you've done enough healing, where now it's time for you to maybe lead others, because the King of Wands is a leader. You know, it could be your own actions that are inspiring to others, okay? Something that you share with others. That makes me kind of think of like people who are like life coaches, people who, you know, can guide others, or even, you know, become friends and close with other people. When I look at these two cards here, it almost kind of makes me feel like of like retreats, you know? So if you're someone who's been wanting or feeling called to a path of being able to lead others, guide others, inspire others. Some of you, this might even be with women. Okay, it doesn't have to be, but I am seeing a lot of feminine energy here. Maybe groups of women, you know, where you, because I almost feel like the Six of Wands energy here, it's like the universe Spirit is telling you here, it's your time to shine. It's your time to step onto your path. You're ready. Okay, as I feel like what the message is here. And there's many different ways of healing, okay? You can literally say like become, you know, work in healthcare, work as a nurse, work as a doctor, work as a more unconventional, you know, shamanic practices, Reiki healers, massage therapy, right? There's so many different ways you can kind of take that, you know, whichever way you feel called to. But yeah, I feel like the message here is clear from Spirit that it's time for you to step onto your path. It's time for you to not be afraid of forging a new path and not feeling like it has to look like anyone else's. It's like Spirit is wanting you to connect in with that energy and frequency of love. Because that you allowing and feeling the energy from Spirit and the love from your spirit team, your ancestors, your passed on loved ones, allowing that energy of love to permeate through your very being, okay, is going to be something that helps to calm, I feel like, the fears that you have about stepping onto your path and what you feel is right for you. So I want to ask Spirit now, how are you misinterpreting this? Some of you, it might even be doing something creative with the Wands energy here. How is pile 3 misinterpreting this message? Have faith in your abilities. Maybe some of you are feeling like, you're not ready yet, or maybe lack of confidence in yourself. Okay, let's see. How is pile 3 misunderstanding this message? We have the Chariot. How is pile 3 misunderstanding this message? 7 of Wands. Judgment. The 8 of Wands. How is pile number 3 misinterpreting this message? The Death card. And Temperance. Okay, well, Judgment being here is about you awakening or even answering the call of your soul. The 8 of Wands is about action or energy in motion. The Chariot is about you bringing your energy into balance, or it's about determination, willpower, progress, moving forward. So the Death card is about ending something or changing, a need for changing something. Let's clarify this a little bit. What is the 7 of Wands here? The Moon. You know, today the Moon has come out in every single pile. As to when I'm asking how is each pile misunderstanding the message, the Moon has been there. And the Moon is can be quite a troublesome card, because it can talk about irrational fears and insecurities and things of that nature that create a lot of confusion within our subconscious. How is pile number 3 misinterpreting this message? The King of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Let's look at this Death card here. Knight of Swords. The Empress. And the Emperor. Wow, both of them are there. So what is going on here? How are you misinterpreting? I think I want to sit with this for a moment so I make sure that I get this message Right. Okay, I'm actually glad that I took a second to think about this because I'm seeing something else here. I want to go back to the energy that we initially laid out as part of your message of what message Spirit says here that you're misunderstanding. Some of you, this has to do with your love life, okay? There's a message about your love life here, and this is going to be very specific for those of you that have had a connection. The sole purpose of that connection for you was for some type of healing, and there may have been certain wounds that may have been triggered in that connection with another person, okay? And there's a lot of, I feel like, profound growth that has come from that connection. However, I feel for some of you that it's time for you to let go or to move on from that relationship. If it's already a relationship that you're out of, this is about you having the strength to energetically let go of that person from the past, okay? And to open yourself up to something new. Now, the way in which some of you could be misinterpreting this message as it relates to, because I feel like a lot of this message here, it has to do with healing. It has to do with you kind of reclaiming your power. And maybe for some of you being in a place where you are now stepping into the role of the healer. So how you're misinterpreting it is that some of you are having a difficult time, and this is again specifically for those of you that are holding on to a past connection. Some of you could be misinterpreting this message from the divine of that need for releasing. You might be in your own mind thinking, I still have to hold on to this. Keep waiting, keep holding on. Instead of listening to that inner calling of your soul, of that need to let that situation go and continue to move forward with your path or your life. Some of you are misinterpreting it in a way that I still have to hold on to that person or that past situation. And that might be more or less for those of you that are trying to say, like, reconcile with somebody from the past, where Spirit's like, no, it's time to move on. That connection has already served its purpose in your life on your path. And now it's time for you to move forward. But with, because you might feel like, oh, well, there's challenges with this person. I should keep going. I should keep going. I should keep holding on. Just wait, And I feel specifically, like I said, for those of you where really within your own intuition, it could be telling you move forward. It's time to let go. But I feel for some of you, it could be getting a little bit, a little cloudy for you, because you could certainly have some feelings and emotions, okay, towards this person from the past. And are trying to, I feel like specifically trying to reconcile with the person, okay? And you could be saying, just be patient, it's going to happen. Where Spirit's like, no, it's really the message is it's time to move on to new love, okay? New love in your life. New path. Have the willpower to move forward, to end something that has already served its purpose. Okay, it probably has brought about a lot of healing for you, but now it's time to let go, okay? For those of you where this is not to do with love, how I'm seeing that you could be misinterpreting this. Some of you where this is like you're changing onto like a whole new career path. Like, let's just say that you're somebody who has like the 9 to 5, and you've worked really hard for maybe, say, many years at your job or your career. There could be a lot of misinterpreting that message here about pursuing because Spirit is saying you're a healer, okay? It's time for you to step onto that path of healing, and whatever which way you choose to do. Could be something creative for some of you, meaning we're going to write a book, or we're going to write poetry, we're going to make music, or something like that, something that's coming from you that you feel, okay, I love to do this, this is my passion. But I feel for some of you, you could be misinterpreting it, because this might have to do with financial security. This could be us questioning that path that we're destined for, because we're thinking that it's not going to bring about financial security. So we're comfortable with staying in the comfort zone with, okay, this is my 9-to-5 job. And we might feel that our path is perhaps keeping us in the same line of work. And, we might be feeling that there is a need for a shift or a change with the job or with the career, but it almost kind of makes me feel that Spirit's saying that you could be confusing it and thinking, oh, well, it's just a job change, more or less, where this could be a complete 180 on your path, where you are meant to answer what the call of your soul is. And oftentimes that soul's calling, that soul's purpose, the destined career path for us, sometimes it's not what we've chosen, right? When we were in our 20s or even our 30s, when we chose a certain job or a certain career path. I've learned that lesson certainly in my own life, where I was, 14, 15 years old. I remember kind of like the earliest time since I was like 8 or 9 years old. I was very much into health field. At 8 or 9 years old, I was thinking when I grew up, I wanted to be an anesthesiologist. And then when I was about 14, 15 years old, it was like, no, I'm going to do nursing instead. And then I did nursing. I got my degree, finished, and went and worked as a nurse for many years. And then I came to a point where I was like, this isn't it. This isn't what I want, and made the journey, onto YouTube with doing Reiki healing and readings and stuff like that, with helping people. So I feel like for many of you, you could be, what do I want to say here? It just kind of makes me feel that you could be misinterpreting it in a way where you're thinking, okay, well, maybe I have to change into this other job or this other field that may still not necessarily be that path of healing for you, the being the healer or stepping into the role of the healer. And it could be doubting yourself, doubting your abilities here. Because with the Knight of Swords energy, the Knight of Swords can be a beautiful energy for us, because it's about us, being very focused, towards getting something done. But at the same time, sometimes the Knight of Swords energy can make us have tunnel vision, meaning that we're only looking in one specific area, where Spirit is saying, get out of the box, expand your horizons, meaning that we need to, maybe with that Emperor energy especially, the Empress is about creating something new. The Emperor is about looking at the bigger picture, but it is about us being able to see a broader view, right? I like to think of the Emperor as kind of like a king who's sitting on his throne, who's looking at everything, right, laid out. Where with Knight of Swords energy, it's a very focused energy, right? So perhaps this is a time for you to change your way of thinking, what your focus is, and needing to, get out of that train of thought. And this is Spirit saying, no, back up a bit, so that you're able to see what we're really saying to you, what message is really here. Because then after you find that, right, the Knight of Swords is, like I said, could be an amazing energy, where then once we know and see, okay, yes, this is what Spirit is telling me to do, that Knight of Swords is us focusing and saying, okay, I'm getting this done. I'm taking decisive action towards this path. I think I want to clarify this Judgment card here. Page of Wands. There's your starting down a new path. 3 of Cups. Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords. This is about insecurities, fears. It's also about scattered thinking, avoidance. Could be that our own thoughts are deceiving us in some way. It could be insecurities that are coming in here. Which makes me really feel like you could just be doubting your path. Doubting your path here. Some of you where this is relating to love. The Seven of Swords can be deception and illusion. You know? Like if you are that person who's still holding on to a past person, or even a current situation right now where you're just like waiting and waiting and waiting for union or reconciliation or something like that. You know, this could be spirit trying to show you like this is an illusion here. Don't follow that. You know, you could be thinking, like I said, where, you know, this whole waiting and waiting and waiting for somebody and feeling, oh yes, there's challenges right now because of XYZ that you're making, that's kind of coming through in your mind. And sometimes that's the ego's influence, right? That's just kind of chiming in and kind of overriding what the intuition is really saying, which is moving forward. Moving forward. You know, some of you, I'm just going to say this, I'm also seeing this message as well. Some of you could be holding on to a person who's you're in a third party situation. And I feel like you are deceiving yourself into believing that, you know, that person is going to, or that situation is going to work out. Okay? And it could be making you stuck, holding on to something that is keeping you in an illusion. Okay? And that should really be something, that message right there, specifically for those of you where that is resonating, you know, that should be something that your intuition has already been telling you. And you know it and you feel it within your soul, you know? Even though we might not want to believe it, because it could be a painful, you know, hard truth of reality. You know, you could be, and I'm noticing too that this bird too is holding onto a ring. Maybe that's a symbol of like commitment here, but the Seven of Swords is about deception and illusion, you know? So perhaps this is holding on to this idea of oh, there's going to be commitment here, you know, where spirit is really trying to urge you to move forward with your life and move on so that you are able to connect with the person that you're meant to be with. And that could certainly be with the Emperor and the Empress here. It could certainly be your divine, I don't even want to say divine counterpart. I want to say your person that you're meant to be with. Okay? Because I know even with some people that have divine counterpart situations, sometimes those connections are just not, you know, something that kind of work out in this lifetime, you know, and holding on to it, you know, that is kind of like a blockage on your path. You know, that's a whole other situation that I definitely see kind of going on in the collective where, you know, if you do have a divine counterpart and the situations are just not aligning for you to be with that person this lifetime. But then we've got people that are holding on and holding on and holding on and waiting and waiting and waiting. And it's just not serving your highest good to do that, you know, but more or less a need to just let go, you know, and not allow, you know, your own mind or thoughts to kind of deceive you. I feel like for those of you that relates to love, it's like spirit is trying to show you that there is new love. There is something beautiful, and to expand your horizons, you know, stop the focus with just what's in front of you, but a need for you to really open up here, whether that's with love or your career. Okay. So take it how it resonates. Like I said, all of you are going to be in very different situations on your path, and it could mean a different thing to each of you, depending on where your life is right now. So let's see where your advice is here for you, pile number 3. Yeah, some of you, this third party person is married or is in a long-term relationship, and you could be allowing yourself to be deceived that this person is going to be, you could be like misinterpreting the message as, oh, this person's going to leave this other person. And when in fact it's an illusion. And there's a need for you, like your soul's asking you, move on, move forward. You've got something else beautiful on your path that you need to align with. This situation was just for healing. And I don't want to say just for healing like it's not something important. Healing can be a beautiful thing for us. Okay, so pile 3, what is your advice here? Fear. Observation. Okay. This is Spirit wanting you to observe your own fears. Observe your own fears. Teamwork and displacement. Yeah, so I kind of feel like Spirit's saying that they're trying to help you to align with what your path is, but you have to be willing and open to co-create with Spirit, to align. Your fear is something that is, because if you look at this card here too with displacement, it's like some of the birds are flying one way, some of them are flying the other way, which means that your path might not be clear to you. Or you could even be like headed in the wrong direction of where Spirit is trying to lead you. See how this one bird here is kind of going that way towards, let's just say, the future, and these other birds are flying backwards towards the past, or, you know, a completely different direction. So all these birds here, they're all on the same flight, right? Same flight direction. Where here, they're just like everything's all over the place. So I feel like Spirit's wanting you to recognize your fears here, because your fears could certainly be getting in the way of where you're going. There's a bunch of clouds there, which makes me feel like it's a cause for confusion and things being unclear. What is this displacement here for pile 3? The High Priestess. It's throwing your intuition off. The Hanged Man and the 3 of Pentacles. It's like Spirit's trying to help you to rebuild, I feel like, a new foundation for yourself. Some of you might be at a job, okay, that is not the right one for you, that's out of alignment for you. And there's a need for you to make the sacrifice of letting that go and trust where Spirit is trying to guide you. The Hanged Man could certainly lead us to stagnancy, of being displaced or on the wrong path, the wrong direction. Because there's something, the fear is, I feel like, throwing your intuition off. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like Spirit's saying you're afraid of this new beginning. You're afraid of this new beginning here. It's taking your power away. This is something Spirit is wanting you to see. Because it's making you miss this opportunity here, or opportunities for creating that new beginning. Look what's at the bottom, the 8 of Swords. Which is us certainly feeling trapped and stuck indecisive, going back and forth in our mind. Some of you might even be in a place where you keep putting in effort with a relationship that's not really thriving and growing. It could be something that's just stagnant. It's not progressing and moving forward. Okay? If you're in a connection right now that is not progressing, it's not moving forward. This is where Spirit's saying it's out of alignment for you, and your intuition is telling you that. But it's maybe too afraid to let go, you know, to move forward. For some of you, it's a job that is not letting you to continue to grow. Almost like it's stifling, not stifling. It's I want to say it's inhibiting your ability to have more wealth, more abundance, more security. Or, you know, and as that relates to your love life, that's needing to release and let go of people who are just not in alignment for you, where you're seeing that nothing is progressing, nothing's moving forward. And sometimes it does take us a need for us to take a step back to really see that and really be really honest with ourselves about it. You know, is this progressing? Am I receiving what I need from this? Or is this person giving me a headache instead and heartache? Okay. All right. So I'm going to leave this here for you. Pile number 3. I do hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading.